Hello my dear students, welcome to computer science class. Let us continue with the chapter that is input and output operators. In our previous video we have seen the concept of the CIN operator, which is also called as the stream extraction, the cout operator, which is also called as the stream insertion operator it is using, and then we have also seen what is cascading of input output operators. That is, the multiple uses of input output operators in a single statement can be referred to as an cascading of input output operator, wherein the stream extraction means get from, and wherein the stream insertion operators means put to, wherein the stream insertion operator, it is actually reading the value from the standard output device, and that is monitor, and the stream extraction operator is nothing but it means the get from, which is used to read the value from the standard input device. So all these we have seen with the previous video classes. So let us begin with our new topic, that is manipulators. So what are these manipulators? Usually these manipulators are used along with the insertion operator to modify or to manipulate the output. Okay. Usually these manipulators are used along with the insertion operator. Insertion operator means what? That is used along with the cout operator. Insertion, stream insertion, actually it is for the cout operator. For what purpose it is used? To manipulate or to modify the output. Some of the examples for the manipulators are setw and endl. So with an examples we shall see what are the setw and endl. Endl, at least in few of the programming examples we have seen. If we want the cout statement, if there are two cout statement, if I want the next cout statement to be statement should appear in the new line, then I can go for the endl, which causes the line feed there. So we shall see here what is this endl. Endl is nothing but it's an escape sequence character that causes the line feed to be inserted into the stream, and it has been usually been represented by \n. \n is nothing but the new line character. So you can there, instead of writing as \n, here you can directly use it as an endl, which causes the line feed. That means what it says, that it is the end of the line. It says for that particular cout statement, it says end of the line feed, the end of the line feed, end of that particular line, and it makes the next contents to appear in the new line. That is what is end line says. Then we have the one more function, that is setw. Setw causes the number that follows in a stream to be printed within any character wide field, and value always to be the right justified within the field. So I'll just explain the setw with an programming example so that you can clearly understand. But if I have to use the endline and setw, I should always make use of an header file, that is iomanip.h. Remember, like how if I have to use the CIN and CUT operators, if I have to use it, then I am using the iostream.h header file I am using. Same way, if I have to use the functions like endl and setw, I have to make use of an header file, that is iomanip.h. Setw is nothing but it is provides you the character wide field in an output statement. So both endl and setw always used with the output statement, that is cout, along with the stream insertion operator. For what reason? To modify or to manipulate the output. Now let us see this program. This is a simple program to add the two integer numbers, wherein I have included as per the structure of C++ program, we know that always the first section is the comment section, which is an optional, then starts with the linker section, which is a compulsory one, correct, and then we have the definition section, which is optional, global declaration section optional, and then starts with the main function, right, and this flower brackets marks the beginning of the program, right, beginning of the code. Then the first line here is the variable declaration statement, it is, right, whatever the variables if you want to use in your program, that could be declared in this part, declared, and it could also be initialized. The next we had was executable statements. So all these are executable statements, might be an expressions, okay, it might be any kind of the input output statement. So this is how that's I know that the structure of the C++ program, that's how I have written this particular program. Now let us understand here. This is hash include IOStream I have included because of the usage of what, the cout statement here, and conio.h I have used because of the function I am using clear screen, which actually clears the previous contents on your output screen. That's why only this particular output of this particular program I could see. Otherwise I could have seen it would have shown me the output of the previous programs also which I have executed. Then getch, it is the one. Getch is a function that holds the your command prompt, that holds your output screen unless the user presses the enter value. That is the reason we are using getch. So because of getch and clear screen, for these functions I am using the conio.h. And IOMANIP I have included here because I am going to use the endl and setw. So endl, okay, with the later programs I will show, setw I will show. Now look at this program. Here I have taken a variable known as a of type integer, wherein the value 500 is been initialized, and b with the value 1000 it is initialized, and one more variable I have taken with as c, and I am performing the addition of these two numbers and these two variables, okay, and I am storing into a new variable here as known as c. See, whenever I use the variable a, it is always replaced with the value as 500, plus when I refer to, it is always replaced with the value as 1000 here. So the total value is what? 1500. The calculation takes place because we are using an assignment operator. The right hand value will be assigned to the left hand operator, and after the calculation, what will be the next step is to print. So when I have to print it, always I have to use the cout statement, that is a console output, followed by the stream insertion operator, and this is the string constant. So because of string constant, exactly the same thing is being replaced onto your output screen, followed by this is variable. When I say a, it is replaced with 500, and is in a string, it's because it has been enclosed in double quotes, the same has been replaced here, and then b means it is again the value of b is been replaced here, and then the followed by the string constant, that is, and then followed by, whereas my answer is in variable, therefore again followed, this is a cursor, this is not underscore, there is a cursor. When I was taking screenshot, the cursor I have placed here, followed by stream insertion, and then followed by the variable where my answer is there, therefore 1500. But look at this one, it's very clumsy, it's all there is no space at all, right? It's not the correct format for representing the output. But look at my next program here. See here, I have used the setw. What is the use of the setw? Setw actually provides the width of the field into the output statements. Okay, the setw always provides you the width of the character field, and always the answer is been it has been justified to the right hand side of the field. Always it comes here. Now look at this here, cout statement. The same it is, the sum of. Then before printing the value, I have set the width here. How many width I have set? 5 spaces. So it takes 5 spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will leave the 5 spaces. It will set the width of the field for 5 spaces, and then the next value, whatever it is to be printed, here it is printing as the way a value, that is 500. And after that, again I have set the field width with the 5 spaces here. Again it has been set here 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot see the blank spaces, but 5 width of the field of it will be set here. Again the value of 1000 is being printed and is as it is. And before I print my answer, I have given setw of 10. That means 10 spaces I have left, and then I have printed. You can reduce this one. You can just make it as 3. You can just keep it as 5. It's all left to you. How many width spaces you want here to set in an output statement. So if for that sake we are using the setw. So therefore setw, what it does, it causes the number that follows into the stream, that is to be printed within any character wide field, and the value always will be right justified within this field. That means what? This set W causes the character wide field, and always the set W and end L, always it has been used with the what statement? That is a cout statement, that is the output statement. For what reason? To modify the output. Previously you see I didn't use the set W, therefore I couldn't make any modification here, but I want that appropriate in a correct manner, it should be printed output, therefore I am using the set W in the output statement. Is that clear why we are using the set W? It always causes the character wide field, and whatever the answer we are getting, see set W 500, it is not appearing in the middle, it is appearing in the right justified. Okay, even the B also is right justified, even the C, the value 1500 is also been with the right justified. This is how we can use the set W. I hope students you are able to understand. Now this completes actually with all the theory parts of the input output operators. Now let us move on to the programming part. Certain programs are there in this particular chapter. The first program is the convert, see, write a C++ program to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit into Celsius. Okay, to convert the program into Fahrenheit into Celsius. So before I execute this program, let me explain this, I don't know how that we can able to trace the program. See, as I know, always my program should begin with the linker section. I have written the linker section, then the main function. See what the program is, they are asking you to calculate, to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit into Celsius. So Fahrenheit into Celsius means at least you need two variables. One is to read the Fahrenheit temperature, and one more I need to read the Celsius temperature. And always when it comes to the temperature, the data type will be almost in terms of floating point. The temperature may be in terms of fractional part. That is why I will decide to take the floating as a data type, not as an integer. And then I am declaring here two variables. I am declaring what? Two variables. One variable is Fahrenheit, the other one is the Celsius. Now what is the program is about? To convert the Fahrenheit into Celsius. Obviously then what you have to ask the user to enter? You should ask the temperature, the user to ask the to enter the temperature in terms of Fahrenheit or in terms of Celsius. You need to convert from Fahrenheit into Celsius, right? Then obviously you should ask the user to enter the value of Fahrenheit. Okay, cout, enter the value of Fahrenheit. This is what it is, a string constant. This is cout and this is stream insertion. So stream insertion, what it does? It exactly takes the string constants from the memory and replace it onto the standard output screen, that is monitor. Thus the same way whatever is been printed here, the same it is been printed on my output screen, that is enter the value of Fahrenheit. This I have written that output. So with the previous slide I'll show with the programming how did I execute it. Okay, so enter the value of Fahrenheit. See, with the colon I have given, same thing it will be replaced. Okay, then after think that the user have given as 105. He has entered the temperature as 105. So what is the job of the cin? Cin stands for console input. With this help of stream extraction, the whatever the user have typed as 105 through his keyboard, that 105 will be stored in a variable known as Fahrenheit. Understood? That is why henceforth onwards, whenever I am using the variable as Fahrenheit, it will be replaced with the value that is 105. That is what is the variable is. Now what is the formula to calculate the conversion from Fahrenheit to the Celsius? This is a standard formula we have, that is 5.0 divided by 9.0 into the Fahrenheit temperature minus 32.0. This is a standard calculation. Okay, this is a standard formula, like how in mathematics you have a standard formula, correct? No, same way here also we have the standard formula to convert the given temperature from Fahrenheit to the Celsius, that is this one. So always calculations comes onto the right hand side, right? So what I am doing is, this is what 5.0 divided by 9.0. So this I have taken into the one 1 bracket into, okay, first division into Fahrenheit, when I am taking the variable Fahrenheit, it has been definitely replaced with what? 105. Then minus 32.0. So right hand side the calculation happens, and where I have to assign Fahrenheit to the Celsius they have given. Definitely my answer will be in a variable known as Celsius. Therefore, by using an assignment operator, by placing that with the Celsius here variable, whatever the calculation takes place, everything will be assigned to a variable known as Celsius. So when you perform the calculation, the compiler when it performs, internally the value Celsius will be holding what? 26.3333. This is the value. So that value will be assigned to a variable known as Celsius. Then what is my next step? Definitely I have to print it. Whatever I have done the calculation, I need to print it. So how do I print? I have to print like Fahrenheit, that is Cout 105 Fahrenheit is equal to 26.33. How do I represent this way? So this is what is the variable, correct? This is variable. Now this is a string constant. This also will become a string constant equals to, and this is what this value is in the variable known as Celsius, followed by again what? It should be a followed by again a string constant. Therefore, how do I write the Cout statement? Cout, okay, followed by stream insertion Fahrenheit. I want 105, so I am using a variable here as Fahrenheit, followed by stream insertion. This is a string constant, f is equals to, so f is equal to in double quotes followed by stream insertion. I want this value, right? So Celsius, that is Celsius. Again stream insertion followed by the C is a string constant, and end L, it's an optional, because if I had any next Cout statement, I could have written here as an end L, but here I am using end L, which causes the line feed. If at all next Cout statements are there, it will prevent it appearing in the same line. Instead it causes the line feed. Line feed in the sense it takes the contents to the new line. I hope you are able to understand. Remember this how I was able, the confusion where you will get here, all these statements you will understand. Confusion is here. See, this how I am able to write, because I know how I want my output to be represented. I know that 105 Fahrenheit is equal to Celsius. But if you wanted, instead of F, if you want complete here, name as Fahrenheit only. 105 Fahrenheit is equal to 26.3333 Celsius. You don't want this F and C, you want that way. Then also you can write it here as Cout Fahrenheit. This is representing what? Variable. This is variable. This here stream insertion double quotes. Here you can completely write the way Fahrenheit as a word. Fahrenheit is equal to, but it should be enclosed in double quotes. Again stream insertion Celsius. This is variable. Celsius is equal to, instead of C, again here you can written as Celsius. It will represent as 105 Fahrenheit complete word is equal to 26.333 Celsius with a complete word. So this is how we can trace the program. You should know how to trace, then you can remember the program. Is that clear? Now here we have executed the program here. The same code I have written. When I execute the program and when I give the input value as 105, the compiler will calculate and represent me as 105 Fahrenheit is equal to 26.3334 Celsius. Is that clear? This is giving the exact precision it is giving. Understood? So then with a different output, once again with a different input I have given. So this time I had given as Fahrenheit temperature in terms of just this is normal input variable with a 170. When I give, automatically it will convert that 170 Fahrenheit is equal to 62.44443 Celsius. This is cursor. I hope you are able to understand how to trace the program. Moving on to the very interesting and a very important program from your exam point of view, that is write a C++ program to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. That means what? I want to interchange the values of two variables. Suppose that I think that A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 6. Before interchanging input, I have given A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 6. I have to interchange those value by using the third variable. By using third variable means by using one more variable I need to interchange, and then when I interchange I should get the value as a is equal to 6 and b is equal to 5 I should get. Now before I start with the programming explanation, let us know how to trace the program. See, first thing is to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. First you should remember is using third variable they are asking means how many variables you need to write this program. You need three variables. One is to have the one value, second one also to have one more value, but they are asking you to exchange by using third variable means definitely you need one more variable to interchange the values. So in your mind you keep it as three variables I need to use for this program. Since we have the first linker section, my program, this is what comment section. I have given the comment. So here students slightly so here actually I have given as comment, it has begin with a / then asterisk, because it's a multi-line comment. If it was a single line comment I could have, here you see it is a single line comment here. Okay, I have just used with the double front slash here. This is a multi-line, it is slightly the image has been cut here. So front slash asterisk, then it is been multi-line, and then it is ended with the asterisk front slash. So this is a linker section, my main program. This remains always the same to all the programs. Then here what I have taken A, B, and one more variable I have taken it as a temp. Temp stands for temporary. Temp stands for temporary. You could have, instead of this temp you can even take Z, X, any value, any name of the variable it might be. Here I have, just for your understanding purpose, we have taken the variable name here as a temp, which represents as a temporary. Then I have used the function clear screen so that the previous contents on my output screen should be entirely cleared. Okay, and then next what I have asked the user to enter the two numbers. I have asked the user to enter the two numbers here. Okay, so enter the two numbers. The user have entered the two numbers as 5 and 6. So when the user enters 5 and 6 from their keyboard, like 5 and 6, and once they press enter, after that the next statement here, the compiler, by using the scene object, okay, it will extract whatever is been given through the keyboard, and it will replace that first value we have given as 5. So the first value 5 will be placed in the first variable, that is A. Against it will extract by using stream extraction, and again the next value I have given as 6. 6 will be placed in B. 6 will be placed in B. Now what is this concept? This concept is nothing but cascading of input output operators. Am I right? Cascading of input operators here, because we are using what? Multiple stream extraction, that is multiple stream extraction operators I am using and into a single statement. Then this is an example for the cascading of input operators. Now I want to print before interchanging the values, what it is, what does the A value is holding, what does the B value is holding. I just want to print. Now look at this statement. First look at the output, then you'll able to understand this point. So I want to print it as before interchanging : A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 6. So this is the way I want to print. How I'll write? Cout stream insertion. This is a string constant, am I right? So double quotes before interchanging : A is equal to A. All this is nothing but what? String constant. This is the only value, and 6 is only the 6, 5 and 6 are the only values. Rest all are string constants. What I do is, so before interchanging : A is equal to A, I'll enclose it in the double quotes. Again stream insertion, then what? Which variable is holding this value? That is A. So I'll give it as A. Again stream, what is that? Stream insertion. I'm printing, right? So again, so whenever I have to print, always remember use the cout. So again stream insertion, again this is a string constant, so double quotes and B is equals to double quotes. Now this is again a value, right? It's a variable. So again stream insertion, and then I have to give what? B. I have to give as a variable name as B, so that whenever I use the variable as a here in this way, it's referring to the variable. So variable means what? It will actually replace with its value. Look at this. Now this is not a variable, this is a string constant. String constant it is. So because whatever is been enclosed in double quotes, no, the same thing will be replaced in the output screen. Now this is not a variable, it's a string constant. Okay, but this is a variable. Now this is a static one. It's a static thing. It doesn't have any value, but this is not a static because we didn't enclose it with the double quotes. This refers to the variable. I hope you are able to understand. Now here I have taken actually the endl. I have written here endl and it has been terminated with a semicolon. Ended with a semicolon. This represents what? Whatever it causes the line feed, and whatever the next cout statements, if they are there, it will definitely appear into the new line. Okay, next statement, what it is, how we are doing, see. First, whatever the value is there in A, I am moving into a temporary variable. When I move this is an assignment operator. Definitely whatever the value is there in A copy of that will be moved in temporary variable. Understood? So next step, then now at this point of time A becomes empty, correct? No? Therefore comment I have written for your understanding purpose, the value of A will move to the temp. Therefore temp is equal to 5 I have written here. Because of the screenshot it has come blur here. Therefore the value temp is equal to 5. Okay, then next step is what? A has become empty. Now the value 5 is being moved into the temporary variable. A is empty. Can I move the value of B into 6? Because A value have to get 6. How it should get? Whatever is there in the B value, I have moved into the variable known as A. Therefore 6 will be moved into A. Now did I interchange the value of A? Initially the value of A was actually 5. Now that 5 I have moved into a temporary variable, so the value, now the A variable can be changed. And remember, this is a simple variable. I didn't declare it as a constant. If I had declared it as a constant, definitely the compiler would give me an error at this point, because I cannot change the value of the constant. Whereas simple variable, what it says, variable is the whose value can be changed during execution of the time. Therefore I can rewrite the value of whatever it is there in the A. So when I write this particular statement, a copy of this particular variable A, that is 5, will be moved into temporary variable. When I write this particular statement, now I am trying to move the value of B into the variable A. So when I write this, 6 will be moved into the variable A. That means A will lost the previous value. It will lose the previous value 5. It will erase and it will retake the new value as 6 into it. Therefore the B value will be moved to A. Therefore A is equal to 6, it is written here. Okay. Now what happened? I moved the value of B into A. That means A value contains 6. Now the thing is, B should contain 5, no? Now where is the 5? 5 is in there in the variable known as temporary variable. Same way, the temp, whatever the value is there in the temporary variable, I have moved into a variable known as B. Therefore the temp value will move to the B. Therefore B will become what? 5, isn't it? Now A value is representing 6 and B value is holding what? 5. The values are already interchanged. Therefore, how do I write my output statement? After interchanging, A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 5. So in this way, if I want the output, how do I write? Cout stream insertion. This is a string constant. Am I right? Just now I have explained the same thing. So after interchanging, colon A is equal to, this is all the string constant. So as it is, it will be replaced here. Then followed by, you want the value of A equals to, means I want the value of A to be represented. So how do I represent it? I just need to write the variable name. So this variable will definitely replace with the value there. Then followed by stream insertion, and then this is a string constant. Okay, you are representing here, and then followed by the variable name, that is B value. So I got, when I say B, it will be represented with the value as 5. Okay, and then I have ended with a here I have written as endl and terminated with a semicolon. Here endl need not to be written at all, just you can after b also you can terminate with the semicolon and then get ch and then close. So this is how you have to understand. This is nothing but tracing how the values are being moving from one variable to the another. So therefore I have used the third variable here. Okay, initially the value of a is being moved into the new variable, that is third variable, then the value of b is being moved into this particular variable, so that a will rewrite its contents and a will hold as a. Then temporary, what is there in temporary? The value 5 is there, that value will be moved into the variable as b. So b will previously what content it was having 6, it will erase it and the new value can be rewritten in the b. Therefore after interchanging, the value of a will become 6 and the value of b will become 5. So this is how the program, that is to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. Very very important program from your exam point of view. Okay, from your annual exam point of view also very very important, from your midterm also very very important. Children, from this chapter at least one or two programs will be programs they may ask, or they may ask the theory part. Definitely they may ask for the programming parts also from this particular chapter. They may ask in the examination, write a C++ program to calculate to interchange the values of two variables using third variable, or they may ask you to write a program to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit to Celsius. You should be able, you need not to write all these tracing at all, but you should be able to write the program at least. Okay, now here coming back to this program here, when I have, this is a comment section, again linker, this is main function, variable declaration section. I'm asking the user to enter two variables a and b. Okay, when this statement is executed on your output screen, you can see these two values. In the my live doubt clarification section, no, we will directly I'll execute one of the program and show you, so that you will get an idea how I am getting the output. Okay, then after that, again when before interchanging, this statement will be executed. After that interchange takes place, then this particular statement will be executed, then I'll be able to see the output. Now this is, here I have taken the two inputs what I have given, 5000 and 673. So before interchanging 5000, because of this statement 5000 will be replaced in A and 673 will be replaced, it will be stored in the variable that is B. Understood? So before interchanging, when I execute this statement, the value A will be replaced with 5000 here, B will be replaced with 673. Look at here, everything is nothing but string constant. Understood? Now this is backslash T is what? It's this tab. I've given the tab here, backslash T. That's why you can see the spacing here. All these are escape sequence characters. Okay, then here I've interchanged. Here also you see backslash T I'm using. Therefore I got so much space. Otherwise I would not get. Understood? Now therefore after interchanging, I got the value of A to be 673 and B to be as 5000. Similarly, you can give any values here. Here A value can be anything, B value, any integer value you can give. But if I want it in the floating also, no problem, just change the data type. That's it, floating. Okay, I hope students the programs you have clearly understood here. Once again in my doubt clarification session, definitely will execute one program and show you how to, and I will also demonstrate how to write the program also. Thank you students. Furthermore, I think only just 4 programs are left out in this particular chapter. In our next video we shall cover it. Thank you students. Take care of yourself.